राइट। सो थोड़ा आज फ्री था, सोचा कि मतलब आप लोगों को कुछ और एजुकेटिव कंटेंट दे दूँ। तो ये आपके सामने जो स्क्रीन पे है वो निफ्टी का चार्ट है। ठीक है, आई ट्राई टू ब्रेक डाउन दिस चार्ट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। ठीक है, कुछ स्टॉक्स हैं मेरे पास अराउंड 30 जो बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं, लेकिन कंसिडरिंग व्हाट द ब्रॉडर मार्केट दैट इज निफ्टी और स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स और मिड कैप इंडेक्स इज डूइंग राइट नाउ, आई एम like not getting into good trades right now. So that's why I'm not even posting. I'm holding whatever I have added till now. I have not exited, I'm not on cash, I'm not saying that. But future positions I'm not making right now. Future means going forward position I'm not making right now, considering what is happening on the charts. So let me just explain you what is there on the Nifty chart and what I'm exactly seeing. If you see this, like I'll take you from a top to down approach method. We'll analyze this from top down. If you see this particular chart of Nifty is moving in a range since 2020. If you see it over here, it was moving in this range only. Check, putting like going to the top of the channel, touching the down of the channel, then going again to the top of the channel. Then for the second time, it's touching the bottom of the channel. In the previous video, which I just gave you on my Twitter handle only regarding Eschand and one more stock, so I told you the importance of the middle range. If you see this, the stock is stuck right now in the middle range only, and that's very obvious why it's getting all the rejections. So basically, we know that the stock is bouncing from the bottom of the channel and stuck into the middle range. This is an important picture which everyone should remember. So this is point number one to note. Second point, let's move to the weekly time frame and let me explain you that. But before that, let me remove these drawings. So basically, I'm going to the weekly time frame now. So this is the weekly time frame. Let me show you what's exactly happening over here and what and how do you break down the charts. So basically, if you see over here, like when we were following all from here, we touched the bottom of this and we kind of created a double bottom. We trapped maximum of the sellers over here. How we trapped it? We closed below a swing low and the very like since after the opening we straight away get into this range back again. So that was a good trapping over here which happened for the sellers. Now right now what is happening is, how do I see it? The first most important question is that where we are on the trend. So right now what we see that the weekly is quite extended, and from the last 5 weeks we are at the same position only. We are like having a time correction over here. Now what do I expect over here? Now if I see, I try to break down this chart. If you see, there is a kind of a engulfing candle. The last candle was an engulfing candle. Let me draw that for you. Let me highlight that for you. So the last candle is a kind of an engulfing candle, and after that the market this week tried to go up. So let's visualize how the this week candle initially looked like. So this week candle initially looked like this. It was a totally green candle, but right now it has turned this. So basically a candle which was initially looking like this is now turning like this, which is a negative sign, which means that once we like the bulls tried to capitalize, but then the sellers have entered at the later stages and made the candle look like this, which was initially looking like this. So that's negative, and we are getting a rejection from the 50% range also, and already we are extended. So in order to go further up, I cannot say that we'll just give a breakout over here and we'll sustain. The chances are very less right now. We need some time correction, we need some price correction to sustain above these levels, and to also say a kind of a pullback in terms of price correction or time correction is already due. Now let's move to the daily time frame. That gets more interesting. We move down to a smaller time frame again, and let me show you what's there now. Let me just delete these drawings first. No, not this. All right. Okay. So now what you see over here. Now what do you exactly see over here? I'll tell you how to break this down. So I'll just draw a box kind of a thing for you over here. And if you see this, right now again we are, if you see, I told you in the previous video and this video is as well. Let me extend it properly. So if you see this, the price is getting a rejection from exactly the 50%. This is how important 50% level is. So we know at the channel which is there on the monthly and also on the like the daily basis, we are getting a rejection on the you can say 50% area. Now what to expect further? The question is this. Now what I see on the chart is that we are into a kind of a uptrend recently, and there is a lot of strength on the chart, but we cannot straight away say that we will go down, we can also be sideways for a couple of weeks more and then start moving above. So we cannot blindly say that the market should fall over here. What I'm seeing right now is, I'll tell you that this will be the crux of the video. If you see, this base is creating a support, and this candle over here like has created for further buyings. This kind of strong candle was not seen anywhere else near the support. Only this is the only candle which we see. Now what do I expect? The situation can be that we create a double bottom and then move up, or we create this kind of N pattern which goes down. Now that will be clarified only when this base is broken, right? In any case, if we see some chances of bounces over here, some kind of wick rejection, some kind of dojis over here, then we can say that we are creating a double bottom. But right now the situation is very dicey, because I don't know, and neither no one knows, that where this two candles will take it, whether this is a false move which was just a bounce and the market creates an N pattern like this, or market creates a pattern something like this. So that time will tell. Right now I'm like just holding my horses, because I don't want to trade anything against the trend. I know where we are on the weekly, I know on the monthly we are bouncing from a channel bottom, that's very good. But right now on the daily part, we know that any possibility is there. I won't say that obviously it's only two things always, but right now the plan is I'm not going for a put. I will be looking for a call over here at the bottom, or maybe entering into a stocks over here. And if I drill down further, let me show you one more thing, one more important thing. Okay, if I drill down further, you see on the hourly, we got a bit extended, we got some rejections from the bottom. So what I'm ideally seeing on the daily is that might be we test it again, this area which we have, the wick area in which we have over here, we might test it again and then we give a fall. But I'm not saying that right now we will get a upward move like this and we can go full-fledged into this. So this is something about where we are on the markets, how the markets might behave. We know the entire picture right now, what's happening on the bigger time frame, what's expected on the smaller time frame. And like I am mostly seeing a pattern like this. The candle should form like this. After that, will it break down or it will bounce? I don't know. But at least the market should create a candle like this, which should cover this area. This area means reach to the bottom of this box over here. Before that, I don't see any continuation, and that's my plan. Market is always can always deviate from what we plan, but we always should have a plan. That's the objective. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys.